to episode 7 of Style It or Say Goodbye. This is the series where I take pieces from my house section, which is a section of my wardrobe that has a bunch of pieces that I don't really wear or I never know how to style, and I style them in 3 ways each to decide whether I want to hang on to that piece and keep it in my wardrobe or to declutter it. If you're not caught up on the series, I'll leave the playlist linked up in the cards as well as down below in the description box so you can see all the episodes 1 through 6. But for this video, let's talk about the pieces we're going to be styling today. The first piece is this ribbed turtleneck from Levi's. It has this really cute little floral pattern on it. I've had it in my wardrobe for about a year. I think I bought it on Black Friday in 2024 because I had a similar turtleneck in solid black and I liked the idea of having it as a layering piece, but I thought a printed turtleneck would be more functional and useful within my wardrobe and more in line with my personal style. So I picked this up and I've been wearing it here and there, but something about how I've been styling it doesn't really feel in line with my personal style. So I don't know if it's the fact that the print and the color combination are not right for how I want to be styling this sort of layering piece, or it's how I've been styling it in the past that just isn't really feeling right. So we're going to try and focus on that today. As for the other piece, this is newer in my wardrobe. I actually picked these up for free off of Facebook, and I'd heard good things about these pants. So these are Stan Rays, and they're 100% cotton. And when I picked them up, I figured if they fit right, I would keep them and dye them a different color. But if they didn't fit, I would immediately donate them to someone else, give them away. But they fit really well. I really like the fit on them, and so I ended up color removing them. And if you want to see that whole process, I also made a video on that, so I can link that for you guys if you want to watch that. But I found that this kind of color has been a bit strange for me to style, so I haven't really been reaching for these. And so basically, I want to either find some outfits that can work with this color of pant, or I want to try and figure out what color I would dye these, because they are 100% cotton. They are this kind of like beigey color, so I think it would be easy to dye them a different color, but obviously I want to make sure whatever color I dye them gets the wear that it deserves. So I want to use this process to try and figure that out. So with all that being said, let's get started with the outfits. I'm going to start off with the turtleneck. Here is my first attempt at outfit number 1, and there are things that I like about this. If you're wondering, I am wearing the Stan Rays again. I think I might switch them out for a different pair of pants. Not that I don't like this combination, but I feel like I want to see if they're the problem or if the turtleneck is the problem. I like the way that the sweater and the pants look together with this belt. These are the Stan Rays, this is the loft belt, and this cardigan is from Free People. But I think what's throwing me off is how pure white this turtleneck is and how much white is in the print. Like, it's a lot of white and then a little tiny hits of orange. And I think that for this outfit, I could see a version of this working with my Lauren Conrad ruffle neck blouse instead of this. Let me show you what I mean. So I feel like this blouse and this turtleneck do the exact same thing, or I would use them and style them in similar ways. And I think why I'm more drawn to this blouse as opposed to this turtleneck is that it's less white. Like, a smaller percentage of the print is white, and I think it makes it feel less stark against other colors. So I think if I was to do this outfit, I probably would switch out the turtleneck for this blouse, and that makes me feel like this maybe won't work. And I fear that basically for any of these outfits, I could easily switch out the turtleneck for the blouse. There's another combination that I was thinking of that might work better with this turtleneck than it would with this blouse. So I'm going to try that next, and I'll be right back. Here is attempt number 2, and this feels more like it would only work with this turtleneck. In fact, when I was researching for this video, I'll generally look on Pinterest for ideas, and this idea kept coming up over and over again. The idea of a knit fitted turtleneck underneath a button down, and I like this. I think this is an interesting way to layer. I just don't know if the turtleneck is, again, too stark, too much white against the more darker colors in the outfit. What do you guys think about this? We'd love to know your thoughts on layering a turtleneck underneath a button down. I never do this, but I think it's something that I could expand on and try and like tweak and perfect. And if it's not like this turtleneck, maybe I could find a turtleneck that could work better within my wardrobe. So I'm gonna call this outfit number 1. I like it enough to try something else, but I think it's opening up the question of, does this work in my wardrobe, but is it not the right turtleneck? So that's something I'm keeping in mind. I feel like I could use the turtleneck, whereas before in the first outfit, I was like, oh, I have this blouse that works just as well doing the same thing as this turtleneck. Maybe I don't even need a turtleneck because the blouse is doing the thing that I need, which is layering under sweaters. But for this, maybe getting the right turtleneck, I could have a new layering option that involves a knit turtleneck underneath button downs, because I have a lot of button downs, I have a lot of colors of button downs, and that could be a nice way to have a layering option that doesn't involve a sweater. It could be nice for transitional periods from winter into spring. So I really want to look at how the turtleneck's being used, if it feels like something that I wouldn't be able to get from anything else in my wardrobe, or if getting a different type of turtleneck or a different printed turtleneck would give me even more options. Here's outfit 2, attempt number 1, and I thought it'd be nice to layer this turtleneck underneath a t-shirt, something with a short sleeve, and I first thought maybe something solid, so I went for this sweater t-shirt with a collar, because I thought that this might be like an interesting juxtaposition, the floral with the more sort of preppy athleisure look. And I like the idea of this, but again, I just think it's really white. The turtleneck is so white based. I think I need more of a all over print and less spaced out for a printed piece. And what I mean by that is something like this or this. Like obviously these won't be doing the same thing as this turtleneck, but I think having a print that's like a little bit smaller and more of an all over, I think would work better for what I'm trying to like accomplish. I don't know. So that's where my head's at. I'm gonna try it with a graphic tee and see if that works a little bit better. Here is attempt number 2 of outfit number 2, and I like this a lot better than the first attempt because I think the t-shirt makes it feel a little bit more casual. I do wish I had some darker t-shirts. A lot of my t-shirts are stored away, so all the t-shirts I have are in a light color, which is funny. Not that I have a ton of dark t-shirts anyway, but I think it just is a lot of light happening on top and then the dark bottoms, so it feels a little imbalanced. It's not too bad though, because I think the blue and the orange and the brown all look really cute together. And I think this outfit is telling me that a knit turtleneck is something that could be really useful within my wardrobe, because I think that it would allow me to create a lot of layering possibilities that I can't do with any other piece within my wardrobe. Like this is something I can't do with a blouse. Maybe I could, but it would look a little bit different. It would feel maybe a little bit too polished. This turtleneck can go basically either polished or casual in my opinion. And so it's allowing this outfit to feel a bit more casual. Like for this outfit, it feels like the balance between casual and polished. The t-shirt is casual, the trousers are polished, and the turtleneck is in between. And this outfit is comprised of my Blundstone boots, big bud pressed trousers, loft belts, Orla Gartland t-shirt, and the Levi's turtleneck. And now let's move on to outfit number 3. I just want to show you guys that everybody makes bad outfits. This was better in my head and I just tried it. It's a little bit wild. I'm basically wearing like a loft dress and then the turtleneck underneath and then this sweater vest, and I was like, oh, maybe like I could do something where it like comes out a little bit at the top and then you have the sleeves. I didn't account for the sleeves of the dress, so there's a lot of sleeves happening. There's a lot of like shades of white and cream, so this is a fail. But I just want to show you guys sometimes things don't work out, but maybe it will lead to a cuter outfit. I also tried to make this work again and I don't hate it, but I don't know if we should use it as the third outfit. I don't know. What do you think? I think I'm gonna switch the sweater out for something else to see if I like that better, and I'll be right back. I thought I would style one of my go-to outfits with the turtleneck instead of my standard crew neck t-shirt, and I don't like this better. So I'm gonna try another thing. I don't know what that is yet, but I will come back and hopefully we will have outfit number 3. So for this third outfit, I was thinking about what I could do to layer it in a different way. The skirt options weren't working and the v-neck collared sweater had given me an idea. I was like, I don't want to do a sweater vest because I don't like how the v-neck sweater vest that I have looks with the turtleneck. And I was like, I don't want to do a blazer because I don't like how the blazer also looks like with the turtleneck because I've tried both of those in the past. So I thought, what would happen if I combined the two things that I don't like to style with this turtleneck? Maybe something cool will come out of it. It'll end up being really interesting layering. I feel like this is creating something really fun and interesting and something I can get behind because it allows the turtleneck to just be in sort of one spot and kind of at the end of my sleeves. So it's spread out. It's not like a whole bunch of print and then two solid pieces. And I think the combination of the little tiny floral with this larger scale plaid is really pretty, and I think the sweater vest actually does a nice job of bridging the gap between the print mixing pieces. The blazer is thrifted. The sweater vest is also thrifted. We have my loft belt again. These are Levi's ribcage straight ankle jeans, and then I finished off the look with these Sam Edelman flats. And I'm really happy with this. I'm calling this outfit number 3. I love the layering. I feel like this is something that would be super functional for the fall and winter because I'm very warm in this outfit and it feels in line with my personal style. So now let's move on to the Stan Ray outfits. Here we are with outfit number 1, and you might recognize this because this is what I was going for with the turtleneck outfit for outfit number 1. But this is with the Lauren Conrad blouse, and I much prefer this. I think it feels like less of a stark contrast. There's less white. I don't know, something about it just feels more like subtle and soft. And I do love the ruffle. I think that adds a little bit of a delicate detail. So this is outfit number 1. I think I really like this. I looked in the mirror for a while to decide. The only thing that's throwing me off a little bit about this outfit is the tapered pant, but I think I'm just not used to wearing a tapered pant that much. They don't really bother me. I don't really mind it. I think the idea of a tapered pant is like traumatic because I wore skinny jeans for so many years that I'm like, I won't go back. I won't go back. So that's in my mind. I think when I look at the clips, when we talk about my final thoughts, I'll have a more concrete reaction to it. But in the moment, I feel like they're not too bad, and I do love how all the colors work together and the pieces look, and I think that the sort of weird beigey tone that these are lends itself to the tones that are within this outfit. And for this outfit, I'm wearing my Blundstone boots, my Stan Rays, of course, my loft belt. This is a Free People cardigan, and this is a Lauren Conrad blouse from Kohl's. And so I'm calling this outfit number 1, and let's move on to outfit number 2. Here is outfit number 2, and I happened upon this. So basically how I started this outfit is I wanted to try and wear my Mary Janes and my red socks because there is black stitching in the pants, and I thought red, cream, black, these could be fun together. And I recently put together an outfit where I did the red socks with the Mary Janes, and I liked how it turned out, so I wanted to see if I could create another outfit with that sort of Mary Jane red sock combo, and I thought this would be cute. So I'm like, what top am I gonna wear with this bottom half? And I saw this in my closet and I was like, no, it's perfect. Because not only does it have the red and the black, it has like all the colors. I think it adds like that playful element to an outfit that I love. And I don't really wear this shirt with anything other than my mustard pants, just because I love that combination. So having another outfit that makes this feel like the star, but I also feel like the whole outfit is working together because the socks tie back to the rugby shirt. I don't know, something about this is bringing me a lot of joy, which I like. I will say, when I look in the mirror, something does feel off about this, but I can't put my finger on why. I'm still experimenting with the Mary Jane red sock thing. That's not something I usually put together either, and so maybe it's about putting a different shoe with this. I'm just not sure what shoe. Maybe my green clogs? Would that be unhinged? There's green and red in the rugby shirt, so it's not like totally weird. No, I think I prefer this. I was gonna try on the green clogs, but I think I like this. I think the true test would just be to like wear this out into the world and see how I feel in it. Maybe that will reveal what feels off about it. For this outfit, I'm wearing my Dr. Martin Vintage Mary Janes. These socks are from Amazon. Stan Rays. Changing it up, this belt is from Madewell. And this rugby shirt is a Target Rowing Blazers collaboration from a couple years ago. So I'm calling this outfit number 2, and let's move on to outfit number 3. So here is my first attempt at outfit number 3, and I basically started from my own outfit inspiration. I have put this blazer and this shirt together in the past, but with a different pair of pants. And so I thought maybe this would work, but I feel like I wouldn't actually wear this out in real life. I feel like it loses some of the whimsical fashion forwardness because the original pant was wide leg and these are more tapered. So it feels very much like business casual in a regular old office, and I want there to be a little bit more playfulness in my outfits. So this is gonna be a no, and I'm gonna try something different. If things look a little slightly different from the framing perspective, I kicked my tripod while putting together this outfit. So I'm sorry if things are a little bit off. Okay, so I switched out some bits and I think I like this a lot better than that first attempt. And I switched out the shoes for my Doc Marten clogs. We have on my Stan Rays loft belt, then this thrifted Modelo t-shirt, and then this Alfani blazer that I've had for a million years. And I think this feels a lot more wearable for every day. I could definitely see myself wearing this out and about. And I'm gonna go ahead and call it outfit number 3. Now let's sit and chat about all the outfits, and I'll give you my final say on both these pieces. All right, let's talk about these outfits. I have my coffee, I'm ready. I have it in my little slurp mug, so let's get into the turtleneck outfits. Okay, so for this first outfit, I do really like the idea of this layering technique. I think all of the Pinterest images that I saw online with a turtleneck layered under a button down, there's something there. I feel like I could get a lot of use out of this layering technique in my wardrobe. However, I think the problem here is the turtleneck in this situation. I like this shirt with these pants. I've worn it before, and I don't think the turtleneck is adding anything interesting to this outfit, and I think the white is super stark against all the other colors in the outfit. So I think I like the idea of the turtleneck, but I don't like this specific turtleneck, which is check in the no column for hanging on to this, because I don't think I would go for this outfit in real life because I don't like how it looks with these pieces, and this is the only turtleneck option that I have. So I think you're gonna see a theme for how I feel about this turtleneck within the other outfits as well. Okay, so moving on to outfit number 2, the turtleneck under the t-shirt. I really like this. I like this styling technique. This is giving me like early 2000s emo energy with the long sleeve layered under the short sleeve, but in a cute modern way. Again, I think that the t-shirt and the turtleneck look good together, but I don't know if this turtleneck and this t-shirt look that good together. I think I would need either a different graphic tee or a different turtleneck to make this work a little bit better, but I do think this turtleneck outfit is my favorite out of the 3. Finally, we have the turtleneck, the sweater vest, and the blazer outfit. And in the moment, I really liked this, but after looking at it, I feel like there's so much going on top, and I'm wearing like more of a tapered straight leg pant on the bottom. It's giving inverted triangle, which is not my favorite shape on myself. I think I either need to change out the pants for something with a wider bottom, either a bell bottom or a wide leg pant, just to give some more balance to the overall shape. But I do think the layering looks really good with this. I think containing the turtleneck to just that little portion of the outfit kind of adds like a little pop of print in an otherwise more classic outfit, if you will. And so I think that adds like a little bit of fun. I think the turtleneck print could do more if it was more of an all over print, but I don't hate it with this outfit. So overall, I do like the idea of using a turtleneck, specifically a knit one, or maybe even a mesh, just something a little bit more fitted as a layering piece within my wardrobe. I think it's something that I could get a lot of layering outfits out of, and it would be really fun to layer in different ways under all kinds of different pieces within my wardrobe. But I don't think this turtleneck is it. I don't like that it's so much of white in the print. It feels very stark against the other pieces within my wardrobe. I feel like I have an overall very like soft sort of style, and I don't really love like a super stark white, especially in terms of layering. And in addition, I don't like that the print is so spread out over the piece. It doesn't really feel as much like a printed item when the print is so spread out like that. It feels more like a solid, at least in my wardrobe. So with all that in mind, I think I'm gonna actually have to declutter this, but I do want to look for sort of a replacement, if you will. Some of the requirements for the replacement item would be that it is a really comfortable fabric, because this piece is really comfortable, and I've definitely tried fitted turtlenecks in the past and the fabric has been scratchy, and if it's gonna be that close to my body with things layered over the top of it, it has to be comfortable. Number two, it needs to be like a sort of all over print that covers the entire garment. It can't be like this spaced out sort of thing. It needs to be really condensed and all over the garment. Number three, I think that it needs to have at least 3 colors. I feel like having 3 colors in a piece is something that's I've discovered recently is really important to me. Something about it just feels more in line with my personal style, as opposed to a 2-color print where it's like the base color and the print color. I think having 3 colors just makes it look more dimensional, and it also allows for me to draw from more colors within the print when I'm creating an outfit. So let's move on to the Stan Ray jeans outfits. So outfit 1 was the cardigan with the ruffled shirt, and I really liked how the colors all worked together with this outfit. And I think this is my favorite out of all 3 of the Stan Ray outfits. However, I think the tapered leg on the pant is bothering me a little bit. I can't remember if I mentioned it while I was styling it, but I'm a little traumatized by skinny jeans. Just like I am low-rise jeans, you'll never see me purchasing anything that's even labeled low-rise, even if it's a fake low-rise. I have too much trauma around low-rise. So I feel the same way about skinny jeans. I wore skinny jeans for so long, and that was like the only option for a million years. So choosing a piece that's even a little bit tapered makes me feel like, again, that inverted triangle shape, which I really don't love. So I don't love that about these pants. So that's something that became like really apparent with each one of these outfits. Let's move on to outfit 2, the Mary Janes with the red socks and the rugby top. I don't love this. I like the idea of it. I think this outfit would be better with like my Everlane curve jeans. I think the off-white color and the fact that the leg is tapered is throwing this off for me. When I've styled my Mary Janes with red socks in the past, I styled it with a navy skirt, and I really liked those 3 colors side by side. But I think having this off-white with the red sock and the Mary Jane, it's making it feel like really contrasting, which is something I don't super love in my wardrobe. So I think a different colored pant would be way better for this outfit than the Stan Rays, and that's not a good thing considering I'm styling to find outfits for these pants, and this is an outfit that I would switch the pant out for. So moving on to outfit number 3 with the t-shirt and the blazer, and originally I liked this outfit, and I think I just like a blazer with a t-shirt, but I think looking back at the clips, I think a different pant would work better here, whether it's something that's a little less tapered or just not these. There's something about it that wasn't really looking that good, and I think it's the silhouette and the color on this third outfit. So with all that in mind, I think I'm actually going to declutter these jeans. Originally, I was considering just dyeing them, but I think the problems with the silhouette are something that dyeing will not solve for me, unfortunately. And so that's lame. We all make mistakes, and so I think these need to leave my closet, and hopefully someone can get a lot more wear out of them. So at this point in the series, I have styled 20 items and I've decluttered 10, which is really exciting. We're sticking around the 50% mark when it comes to decluttering. And this is the first time I've ever decluttered both pieces that I've styled. And that feels really good because I feel like I've been a little bit wishy-washy about what to keep and what to get rid of in past declutters. And it feels very like emotional, and now it feels really concrete. And I feel really confident in what feels like 100% yes and what feels like a no. And that feels great because I feel like I can also use that when I go shopping and have that be the first line of defense. Like, I don't want to just keep buying stuff and then decluttering it through this process. I want to use what I'm learning through this process to make better shopping decisions in the future, so I can actually declutter less of my wardrobe and just have a curated wardrobe that's full of pieces that I absolutely love. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that you're loving this series. If you do, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. I love making videos all about personal style and making the most out of your wardrobe, so if you don't want to miss anything from me, make sure to subscribe. It really helps my channel. If you enjoyed this, you might enjoy my video where I talk about my latest fall style challenge, the outfits that I wore and what I learned, so I'll leave that linked here, and see you in the next one. Bye!